Hi everyone, this week we're here at the University of Ottawa campus. We're with the basketball because we're going to meet with the men's basketball team. We're going to talk about the big victories for both the women's and the men's team last Friday at the Capitol Hoops. And we're going to take a look ahead at March, which is an important month for all of these teams. They want to compete for the Nationals, which is here this year at TD Place in Ottawa.
Hi, my name is Guillaume Pépin. I'm a second year out of the University of Ottawa and I'm number 41.
Guillaume, this year was your second year at Capitol Hoops.
Yeah.
What was so different? Well, why was it? How does it feel after you've gone through it once, you're going at it again? Obviously, this year was even special with the last-minute victory.
Yeah.
What was it like?
To be honest, it was way better than last year. Yes, of course, for the victory, but the environment I think was better. The place was better. Great team win against a tough opponent. Their first loss.
Your main rival.
Yeah, our main rival from the capital and the best team in Canada. So I was just really excited.
Your last year was your first year. Did you play? Were you playing in the Capitol Hoops?
So last year I was actually studying too.
Okay.
Pretty much played the same time.
Yeah.
Even though it was my first year. So yeah.
How is it to start the game with there's a women's game before you?
Yeah.
Obviously the GG's won as well.
Yeah.
How is it though as an athlete? Because you want to support the other team, yet you have to prepare for your game. How does it work for you?
So how does it work for us is we still have like a routine in our locker room with the team. We have like a meeting, we do our scout against the opponent. So we only have the chance to see the last 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes of the women's game, but I mean we watched it from up close, from next to the court, so we were really excited to watch it. It was a thrilling game too for the girls team.
So you're heading into the playoffs. Obviously we're the host here of the Nationals in March. The GGs don't need to work hard till then because they'll make it to the National, but I know that's not the team mentality, that's not the team spirit. What's the mindset going into the next couple of weeks for the GGs?
So the mindset is pretty much the same. Approach every game the same way. So doing video, doing scout, and even though we have the automatic bid to go to Nationals, we still have to do well to get ranked well in the top 8 teams. So like I said, it's pretty much the same.
So OUA playoffs matter.
OUA playoffs matter, the 2 last game matters, everything matters.
Good, well best of luck, thanks for this. Appreciate it.
James Derwin, head coach of the men's basketball team at the University of Ottawa.
Coach, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How does it feel coming out of last Friday's big win here at the Capitol Hoops?
Feels pretty great. It was a great game. The environment was incredible. I think that was like the takeaway from the game, the crowd, the building, being downtown, and of course like getting the win obviously is huge, but it's hard to keep it into perspective, right? It's a league game, it's not a playoff game or anything.
But the rivalry,
the rivalry makes it so much more than that. And just really happy for the guys on our team. It's a great experience for them, and just trying to keep humble and ready for the next weekend here and try to remain, sort of focused going through.
Tell me about the season. So this is your 10th season. You were a former player, came in the coaching program. You've been coaching this team for the last 10 years.
Yep.
What would be, the progress that you've seen over the last 10 years here of the players, but also of just the coaching in basketball and here in Canada?
Well, I think there's, obviously basketball in Canada is, totally different than it was even 10 years ago or 20 years ago when I played. It's such a bigger sport now. The coaches, like even something like having a full-time assistant here. Mike Lafricane is a full-time assistant, is a full-time. Most programs have that on both the men's side and the women's side. The training pretty much goes year-round now. In the summertime. The NCAA games we play in August. There's just so much more to it now, and that makes it special. I mean, it's really incredible to see the growth from when I played, when you couldn't get in the gym in the summertime, to, a full 12-month, sort of season now that the kids have. And
the relationship between the women's program and the men's program. Obviously, women's also had an important game at Capitol Hoops. They won.
Right.
What's the relationship between the players and the coaching staff?
Well,
Still having fun.
Well, you know what? It's great that that's what makes us so unique this year is that we're hosting both the men's and the women's nationals, right? And we've never done that before. No one has ever attempted
Put those tournaments together.
And I think it's great because it's more bodies, right? It's more parents and students, and the men come to support the women. Like it just makes more buzz around the whole tournament.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sort of put either one on an island by themselves having to support the tournament, right? You can imagine, if UBC and Dalhousie are coming to Ottawa, well, they don't have a lot of fan support coming and flying all over the place, right? So bringing both tournaments together, and the fact that Carleton women have had a ton of success. Ottawa women are fantastic. They're number 1 in the country right now this year, and we're number 5. Carleton men are number 1. I mean, it's awesome, right? Like you could, and then Capital Hoops, like back-to-back buzzer beaters, men and women,
packed crowds,
right? And I think you couldn't ask for a better setup, right? And obviously our women have to qualify on their own. It'd be great if we both had automatic bids, but I think the balance is I think they're going to qualify on their own if everything goes well, and I think the Carleton men are going to qualify on their own. So we should have 4 Ottawa teams in the tournament.
That'd be amazing.
It would be amazing.
So best of luck. Thanks for all your service. You build great players, and as a program, we're seeing the success.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Great meeting. GG's athletes and coaching staff. A great outlook at what happened at Capital Hoops in preparation for our nationals here in Ottawa. I'm glad to see the popularity of the sports. It's a great sport. You could play it in all of the schools. You can also join our local sports clubs. There's basketballs across our communities in our city. So as we head into the national, yes, I'm biased. Go GG's. But if you're a Raven fans, I understand. Anything that's important, we'll see you at the nationals.